Okay, so precedent then is a decision based on a previous decision. It's court decisions that guide subsequent decisions. And then ACLU. What is the ACLU? The American Civil Liberties Union. They supposedly, and sometimes they do this and sometimes they don't, they supposedly are out there to make sure that people's civil rights, civil liberties are not being interfered with. But they have proven over the last 20 years or more that they are very liberal leaning, and they tend to favor people that are more liberal, more progressive, what have you, than they will conservatives. So sometimes when a conservative person is getting their civil liberties all stomped in the ground, the ACLU does not run to their defense like they do when it's somebody else. So there is another organization that I want you to put on there that's not on your paper, and it's the American Center. It's not even in your book, I don't believe. American Center for Law and Justice. And since the ACLU is known by an acronym, this is known as the ACLJ, the American Center for Law and Justice. And this is led by conservatives. Jay Sekulow is one of the key lawyers involved in this. Jay Sekulow, and he was President Trump's main lawyer throughout all this most recent events. But he has done some really good stuff. Jay Sekulow has. I mean, I really like Jay Sekulow. But if a conservative person, if Chick-fil-A, if Hobby Lobby, if some of these that the ACLU ignores, if they're getting their rights, civil rights stomped in the ground, these are the people that are going to come and help them, not the ACLU, which really is not right. The ACLU should be non-biased. They should help everybody, right? I mean, if they're going to be the American Civil Liberties Union, they should help everybody's civil liberties. But they don't. And then civil disobedience. What does that mean? You probably know that. Civil disobedience is when you do disobey the government, but you don't do it violently. You do it peacefully. Civil disobedience should be, it's a part of who we are as Americans. I mean, we've done this since the get-go. Martin Luther King Jr. was famous for his civil disobedience. His just rallying people to peacefully march or peacefully gather together and assemble, trying to say we need our civil liberties, we need our civil rights. And he wasn't violent in any way. And that's civil disobedience. You're not obeying the law, but you're doing so in a peaceful manner. And you're trying to demonstrate that, you know, you want to be heard, but you're not willing, you don't want bodies laying in the street. You're not looking for that. Okay, so any questions over all those? For those of you that are still awake.
I'm awake.
You're awake. You look like you're awake.
I am. I was just listening.
So can we test on all of these, say Friday?
Yeah.
Do it Friday. So that gives you plenty of time. Tomorrow and Thursday, what I plan to do is look at some of these court cases that go with this. I gave you that sheet of court cases. I'm not going to ask you to memorize all of those. That would be torture. That would be violation of amendment number
1, 5, 4.
The one for unusual cruel punishment?
8. Thank you, Paige. 8, right.
Oh,
No cruel and unusual punishment. But anyway, so yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll just work on some of those court cases. I am going to ask you to know a few of them, but I'll go over them with you. Mostly it's the ones that's in your chapter. So Lemon versus Kurtzman would be one of them, and there's Miranda versus Arizona, some of those. So you can start just looking over those. All right, we're done. You've been done. You're done.